Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 2nd of August, 2021. It's a new month, and my Patreon is starting to lose money. A fair few guys have messaged me to apologize that they can't afford to pay the $50 US during these tough times, and I totally get that. I think I'm the same. I am struggling a bit with the money, and I assume a hell of a lot of people are. And it's just super sweet that people are actually apologizing for it. I mean, it's nothing to be sorry about. I am super appreciative of all the help that I've been getting with that support on Patreon. It's totally cool. It just might mean that I need to promote a little bit harder this month. The way my Patreon works is that you get charged at the beginning of every month. So it doesn't make sense for me to promote the Patreon from mid-month forward because those people signing up wouldn't get the best value. So, over the next few days would make the most sense for me to promote it. And promoting it's not easy because if I promote a link to my Patreon on social media, I tend to get posts taken down. That's the way it is, but I'll probably be working on that. Viv has largely moved all of his stuff in. Now it's just a matter of sorting it all out. It's just a big mess at the moment. So I will be shooting with her, obviously, a ton, which is great for content, considering I can't shoot anybody else. I've also been doing a bit of research on the vaccination and have decided to do it. And went to government health sites, and it looked really promising. Like they had you punch in your area, and it shows you all the GPs in your local area that are doing the shots. And it looks like you could make a booking online, but then I literally found out that every single GP in my area is booked up for at least 30 days. Some of them are booked up for 12 weeks. And it seems like they only do the shots once a week and hand out do maybe 70 shots a week. And I just don't think that reflects and meets up to the amount of pushing and advertising the government's doing for people to get the shot if you can't easily get it. Turns out in the end that my local GP is going to get a shipment of Pfizer at the end of last month, which would have been last week. And he had a bunch of PDF forms that I had to sign, and that was even difficult for me because I don't have a printer and a scanner. So lucky I know a thing or two about Photoshop, and I managed to fudge some forms with the signature on it. I signed it with my mouse, and again, it just was far from easy to sign up to get the shots. And I don't even know how long it's going to be before I can get the shot, because the forms have been sent, and the idea is that now that they have the forms, they will get back to me with an appointment date. So it's a waiting game, which is fair enough. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, I've had a few people on social media sort of ask me why the change of heart, and I never once ever said that I was anti-vax. All I said was that I was sitting on the fence about it. And it seems like there are a few people that are genuinely happy that I'm getting the shot, and I don't quite understand that, but I suppose they're the people that want everyone to get the shot, which is understandable. For me, I shoot a fair few young people who often get the flu, and sometimes when I shoot someone with the flu, that doesn't bother me. But I think in this current state of the world, I don't think I want to get COVID, And if I can take these jabs and it can protect me a certain amount from getting, what the fuck happened to my camera then? My camera's dying, man. I swear, it is dying. It's I think I bought it in 2014 or 15 or something like that. I don't know how. It's really old, this camera. It's like the first gen A7, and it's starting to play up a lot during shoots. It'll stop focusing. It'll just require hard resets. So I can't say that I haven't gotten my money's worth out of it, but I really just don't have the money right now to go out and buy a new camera body. Lens is kind of fucked on it too, because I've got a huge dent in the at the edge of the front of the lens, and there's a protector on there which is scratched up to fuck, but I can't screw the protector off because of the huge dent in the ring. So it's on there forever. But yeah, I will keep using it until it dies, I think. So yeah, apart from that, so when Viv came over the other day, one of the many days, but she came over and we were cleaning up the kitchen, and I was just trying to make some room for her and like give her a couple of pantry space, cupboards and stuff like that. And when I was cleaning that shit up, I found a little plastic container with a fat bud of weed in it, and my God, I was so happy. I was so happy to find it, because it's something that I used to do when I was with my first girlfriend of 7 years and we were both smokers. I used to like hide little baggies of weed in weird places. Like once I found a little die-cast model car, a little combi van, and I'd run out of weed, and I opened the sliding door on the combi van, and I found a little bag of weed in there. And I used to do that, but I had no idea that I did that at some point when I was a smoker a few years ago, and there was this like big bud, like a fat bud of weed, and I was so excited. Like I literally just chopped some up and smoked it, and that's all I've been doing the last weekend. Saturday, Sunday, all I did was just smoke joints non-stop and played computer games, and yeah, it was so good. So yeah, stay off the grass, absolutely. It's over now. But yeah, I've got nothing bad to say about it, and I'm not apologizing to fucking anyone about it either. Like what a treat that was to just be high all weekend and play computer games. Yeah, it was really good. So, yeah, I'm playing Black Desert Online again. It's a game that I've put like 2,500 hours into, and all those hours were when I was a hardcore stoner. It's an MMO, so it's a savagely massive open world. Characters are all amazing. They're all my waifus, most of my characters are female, and the boys have gotten into it, so it's been fun playing with them. But yeah, it's an interesting time in the gaming landscape, because like the biggest MMO, World of Warcraft, which people have been playing for like 15 years, has finally imploded. Not only is there a shit ton wrong with the game, and the developers have gotten so greedy about just like using the game as a platform to make money with like microtransactions and shit, that there's a lawsuit against them for sexual harassment, and like the state of California is suing them, and it's just like, I suppose the lawsuit was the last straw for so many of the player base, and I think they've lost like over 2 million players in the last month or so, and they've all moved to Final Fantasy, which is Final Fantasy is like always been the second biggest MMO, but it looks like it's going to overtake World of Warcraft now, and it's really understandable. I watched a few videos on YouTube of Final Fantasy developers just like bawling their eyes out on stage in front of like FanFest and stuff, and they're such proud people, and they put so much work in. Like, it's so different to Blizzard, the American devs. It's like one of the Japanese guys, he's the guy who writes all the music for Final Fantasy. He came on the stage and just shared to everyone that a few months ago he was diagnosed with cancer, and he'd gone through chemo, and while he was on chemo in lockdown, no one could visit him. and he begged the team to let him work and write music, and without telling the team that he had cancer. And man, that kind of dedication is, he even went as far as saying that the game helped him to heal, to get rid of the cancer. And like, it's just fucking next level shit. Like, if you're playing a game and you're playing it all day, every day, and you're creating content for it on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, like, it just to know that the developers are that into the game and that they listen to you as well, which is the huge thing about World of Warcraft and developers Blizzard. Like, apparently they just don't listen to the community. The community wants this and they never get that. So I just figured, because so many people were leaving World of Warcraft and heading to Final Fantasy, that I would also give Final Fantasy a go, because the Final Fantasy content creators are super happy about the influx of new players, and they were being super welcoming, and that makes for a pretty good vibe, right? But yeah, I gave it a go, and it's just so clunky, and it's overly cute, and in like a cute Japanesey way, but it's just too much, and yeah, I couldn't quite get into it. So back to Black Desert Online it is, which is more of a live action combat thing, which suits me more, rather than that whole almost turn-based old school style of combat. But yeah, I've got nothing else to say. Lockdown continues. My mum has, there's new rules in Sydney now where you can nominate one person to come and visit you whenever they want. And so my mum has nominated me. So I'm looking forward to that, like home cooked meals and just hanging out with mum a couple of times a week or once a week would be fantastic. I don't know who I'm going to fucking nominate. I haven't figured that out, but Viv's moving in. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, I suppose like all the photo shoots I'll be doing from now on until lockdown's over will be just of Viv. And I'm pretty sure people will be okay with that. She is my main muse in either way you look at it, I suppose. So yeah, now I just sit and wait to get this shot. Nothing else to say, guys. I'm going to continue gaming, I suppose. I mean, it's not going to be as fun not being stoned as I was this last weekend, but hey, I can't do that. Anyway, that was the fucking awesome weekend. I'm still pretty hazy from it, and it's a fucking nasty drug, I tell you. It's just like, weed is like this thing where you if you're bored, just smoke. And when you smoke, you're far from bored. Nasty shit. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone sits tight, hangs in there for yet again another week of lockdown. I will catch you guys in the next one. See yous.